coming together to say, hey, you guys are destroying our children. All we want to do is be a part of their lives. The ones that have the most money, which is your case, working mom, like
Mhm.
you're gonna get the short end of the stick there.
I was told
You make
father.
valid points.
Well, in my case, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We've been fighting over custody for the last 3.5 years. We have not even touched the assets, the house, the
Oh,
anything.
I still have to do that?
We haven't even touched it. The judge just told us in January that she said she basically threw everything away and petitioned the courts again because we're trying to agree. Try to agree, guys. Try to agree out of court. Don't involve the courts into your business. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing you can do.
The fact that
What
you're
if
in
your ex is
California,
truly
you're in
insane?
California, your ex is not willing to compromise, I would compromise immediately.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, you want to compromise? Yes, be a jerk about this. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Go ahead.
No, 3.5 years. I just let my lawyer go because he was only a limited representation lawyer, and I just let him go because I had spent over $40,000, and that's not even counting what my ex had paid for his 2 lawyers because he had 2 lawyers at one time.
Who makes the most money?
Oh, yeah.
Who makes the most money?
He does.
So you already got attorney
Appreciate
fees
it.
right there, because
There you go.
everything's about being fair.
Oh,
California
yeah,
is
fair.
it's a weird state.
Yes,
You got
see,
like
you guys know me, but I'm very independent, so
My girl, you need to
you don't
stop,
want the
take it
money,
and go.
but that's the issue, because when you
yeah.
give somebody this much leeway, they'll take advantage of it because you're trying to play the nice parent, and I'm
Outright biatch to begin with.
playing the nice parent for the way it got me.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
My kids are in, after next year, I got 4 more years left and I'm done.
It's
Kids are in high
14.
school.
I've got a 25-year-old and a 22-year-old that have already graduated, that I've paid for their entire lives, a 13-year-old brother. The poor kid is suffering.
So
Yeah,
they testified against you.
So their
And
issue with me
did you
is,
cross-examine? Did they cross-examine these kids?
yes, but they were surprise witnesses and my lawyer was useless. Like, I wish I had cross-examined them, tried them in a second, but he didn't even ask them questions. I mean, it was like pathetic.
Do you have a time limit?
My order's
That's
not
highly
signed yet.
Wait, I couldn't hear you.
My order has not been signed. I've already to submit a motion for reconsideration. But my judge is an ass, so he's also going to reject the motion for the new trial, appeal, and then appeal.
Is there a court record on there?
There is I've preserved the record big time, but he did not. I'm lawyer's feet to the fire, making him put that objection that I requested on the record.
You can fire your lawyer, and then you can go after your lawyer for the fees that you paid him.
And tell your lawyer, look, fight back with him and say, look, you did not appeal when you needed to appeal. You allowed witnesses and you will not have to pay them anymore. And that's what I did with my attorney, because I ended up finding out that I don't know, he said he forgot to disclose to me that he was in trouble with the Bar Association. He was considered incompetent by the Bar Association. He was actually screwing people over, and I know this at the time.
An incompetent lawyer. Oh my God.
I ended up firing him, but then when he tried to come back at me, I told him, look, his wife after me. And I said, excuse me, this is attorney-client privilege. Who are you? You know what I mean? I got him on every level whatsoever, and he dismissed like the money I owed him. And I told him, I said, I will file a complaint against you. You can fight fire with fire. You just can't do anything illegal. You can't say,
I want my attorney fees back
or anything like that. But
my first 2 lawyers, my ex parte temporary restraining order application was not time-stamped or dated, and it was never served to me by a court processor. There's no affidavit of return of request.
yeah.
But I've still had everything stripped and my property stolen.
Yeah, they play by different rules. We're both in community property states. Out here in California, it's the same thing. But family court is notorious for not playing by the rules.
There's no justice. There's criminal.
Like, you have the same problem that I have. that magnitude, but look at how they bleed you dry. It doesn't really matter how much money it is.
Oh, I
but if
know.
they're taking away assets that are not community property assets, that's a huge red flag right there. And you have to fight them on that. But you're running in a lot of trouble because you have lawyers that they do as a money bag. So you have to appeal this. Like,
I'm a broke bag, though. I got to be honest. They've bled me dry.
Yeah, you only have I think you only have you have to appeal it, working mama.
30 days. I've got from the day it's signed. I got 30 days to appeal. 20 days to get findings of facts and conclusions.
Even if you put in your pill on yourself, like pro se, and you file your attorney, like, still do it, or just call your attorney up and tell him, look, file the appeal now. You know, they have to do it if he's working for you.
He can file an appeal at the same time as requesting change?
Why are you requesting change?
For a motion for reconsideration in case I can settle outside of court.
That is
appeal is rejecting the order, the ruling.
So I have to appeal. I should do that now, but it's not signed yet.
The judgment is not signed? The judgment's not signed? The final judgment?
We'll give you time to prepare.
Yeah, I mean, I'm preparing, but I just to try and negotiate outside of court.
No, you're getting the short end of the stick every turn you get.
I know.
Like, you're trying to negotiate. They're already bleeding you. Like, the lawyer, like, I don't know if you see it, but based on the way you're talking, it's like very similar to mine. It's like working with the other party.
Yes, I think they're all paying the judge under the table on my house.
That was your brother. That was gifted to you, so it's not legally binding. Like, you're supposed to be free from that. But after that, if your lawsuit surpasses the Homestead Act in your state, $400,000. Attorney fees of 40 here to a lot of problems. It is your sole and separate property. And I think you got a little mixed up a little bit. But if you have somebody coming after you that far exceeds the $100,000, whatever that homestead exemption is, if it exceeds that, then that property becomes their property, because they need to sell your assets to pay off
the attorneys.
It pay off everybody. So that's what it is. But you still need a place to live.
Yeah.
So I don't know how
I'm literally on the street.
That's how you have to attack them. You need a place to live. You just can't sell the home that I'm living in.
You have to appeal it.
So I should appeal on Monday. Submit it.
So look up change of circumstances. That's not going to work for you. Look it up.
Change of circumstance. I will. Yeah. I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to get on the ChatGPT.
So what's happening is here, you're only on the first level. You're only on the first level what's happening. And most people fail at the first level. Level is obviously the appeals. And then you have the state. And then after the state fails you, then you have to shoot them federally. Right. And that's how that usually works. And it's exhausting, especially if you don't, like, nobody's had your back. You got to do it yourself.